As advertised, here are the victorious Bradley Braves. They have a date in the championship game tomorrow, 1 o'clock, against the Drake Bulldogs on CBS. Head coach Brian Wardle is with us with Jaquan Johnson and Darius Hannah. We're going to ask Brian to start to make a statement in the game, and then we'll go to questions for all three Braves. Brian?
It's March Madness right there, and that was a fun game to be a part of. Want to right away say congrats to Valparaiso, Roger, who's a friend of mine, who I got a little respect for. Their run, their team, that team that was playing out there is a very confident team that's playing very well right now, and they obviously gave us everything we could handle. But your defense has to outlast your offense. I say that all the time to my team, and that's what happened today. It wasn't our day shooting the ball necessarily, especially from three and from the free throw line, but we kept guarding, we kept battling defensively, forcing them into some tough shots, and scrambling and just playing with that extra effort in that second half. So I loved our defense, especially in the second half, and watching it outlast our offense, and that's really what pulled us to the lead and helped us, hold on. So great team win, proud of these guys, and now it's all about recovery.
Start here, David. Thank you.
Coach, is it any fun playing Cinderella against Cinderella?
No, I mean, this is where we wanted to be. This is where we expected to be. And we had a good feeling Drake would be there too. So this is the game we've worked all season for, and we wanted to put ourselves in position to cut the nets down and have a chance at the NCAA tournament, and we're right there tomorrow at 1:15. And so this is what we've been training for, working for, and why these guys like Darius came back was to make this run again and get back in this game and go out there and just lay it on the line tomorrow.
Quan, you got ice in your veins. I mean, you just live to drive that rim like that. Did you sense you had an opportunity to take that game into your hands there?
Honestly, I mean, I didn't have a good first half, but going in the locker room, my teammates, coaches kept giving me confidence. They believe in me, so yeah, I know I had to come out second half, be better, so I did what I had to do.
Darius, how do you keep this stage in this game from being too big for a young guy like that?
Just keep talking to him, as a leader, and he's my little brother, he's going to listen. So just keep him neutral, don't get too high, don't get too low, and just stick to what we train, how we train.
And then just in general, Coach, 36 points in the paint, and he really picked it up in the second half.
Yeah, I mean, that was obviously another half where I liked some of the touches we got in the paint in the first half, and we just needed to get it back inside. They're doing a great job of switching, denying, trapping the ball screens, and aggressive. We saw that last night, and we saw it again today. And so you got to punish the switching in different ways. And one way is obviously go inside or get to the glass or get the ball, start driving and kicking, which Kwani does for us a lot. And Darius obviously finished it for us. And I think the best thing about Darius, he shows Kwani how to act by example right now. Just having him as a fifth year with a freshman, seeing how he handles himself now in these big games, compared to his freshman, sophomore year, it's amazing to see the maturity and how they grow as players. And, just what he's doing by example right now, the production, the talk in the huddles, the aggressiveness, the confidence, that spreads through the locker room. And all our seniors are doing that, but this guy right here has definitely picked it up to another level.
We're going to go to Harry over there and then down to the front row. Go, please.
Yeah, Brian, I wanted to ask you two things about Janovich and just his amazing development, and then also just speak about Schwieger and how his game has elevated this year as well.
Yeah, well, Meta, he's a great human being. Meta, he's really funny. He's got a huge heart. He's a big old teddy bear. He's a big human being, but he has a heart of gold. He works his tail off. I've had some great bigs at Bradley. Koch Barr, Ari Boyer, Rink Mass. I mean, I've had some really good, Elijah Childs. I mean, I've had some really good ones. Meta's as hard a worker as I've ever seen when it comes to a guy his size. Usually 7-footers, watch their body a lot. I mean, we have to calm him down and take him out of the gym. So to see it kind of come together this year in spurts, but just the way he's playing right now down the stretch for us, it's what you want to show young guys. Hard work pays off. You just don't know when it's going to all click or when it's going to pay off, but it pays off. And he's really worked hard to improve his game in these off seasons, and it's great to see. Cooper doesn't get tired. I mean, I've never seen a guy that size just constantly go, and just his motor and his conditioning is phenomenal. Tough matchup because he can shoot the three. He's a good passer. He can go inside. I thought you saw two of the best bigs on the floor in our league for sure with Darius Hannah and him. And I was just proud that we had to wear them down. We knew this is their third game, but they're hot and that's scary to play. But we just wanted to wear him down and try to make him not as efficient from the floor. And same with Allright. And he got going again with big shots too. But those two guys are very talented and hopefully they stay at Valpo and they can keep developing.
You've obviously had guards that can take over games. We saw it with Kiefer Sykes at Valpo in the Horizon League. We've seen it with Daryl Brown, seen it with Duke. When all got going, 18 straight in the first half for 18 of Valpo's points. I mean, how tough is it to go on a guy who's going on that kind of like surface of the sun level run that he was on?
Well, you can tell the young man's on a mission here, and I think I think he's back in his home state, and he wants to put on a show, and he's got an ultimate green light, and when he gets going, he can get going. And we made, he was playing tremendous in the first half. We made a lot of mistakes guarding him, which was frustrating with me. I called a timeout just because we weren't trailing him. We weren't getting over the top on ball screens. Like there's certain things you got to do on guys like him and like a Duke Dean that can shoot the ball like that and get going. You can't lose the discipline when you defend a guy like that. I thought we did, in possessions, and that got him going, and now he's going to make tough shots. And so good lesson to learn for these young guys, and tomorrow we're going to have to do the same thing with Sturts. I mean, you got to play super disciplined against him because if you don't, he punishes you, whether it's scoring or passing. So hopefully we can play a little bit smarter tomorrow, for sure.
And I just wanted to ask, in this era of movement, Darius obviously stayed for a long time. Darius D'Avero stayed for 4 years at Valpo. Tough to see him go out the way he did. Just your thoughts on seeing a guy like that develop over the years, going against a guy like that, and what that was like to see that happen.
No, I mean, you hope there's strong relationships in that locker room. The fan base is supporting the program and helping Roger do the best he can to keep those young guys, because I think it's important. I don't think young people should leave a great relationship with their teammates. If they get along great with their staff, they have a good relationship with their head coach. The portal is got positives, it's got some negatives. You've seen it work out for some kids, not work out for others. So I think it's really individualized, and you got to just support these young men, let them know that they're your family and you can develop them, you can win, and they're going to get better, and hopefully they stay the course, because those two guys are very talented.
We have about 5 minutes left in this session. Next question is right here in front.
Jaquan, a lot will be made about your offense today, but I think you were probably equally, if not more impressive on defense, especially with your defense on right today. Can you tell me about how that matchup was for you and how much pride you take in your defense?
I mean, going into the game, we know it's Allright and Cooper. Best two players like we said. He a great guy, great shooter. So I made a lot of mistakes in the first half, not trailing him because a greater shooter he is, but I found out he doesn't like ball pressure, so ball pressure him a lot more, and be a lot physical with him, and it worked out.
What was the mood like in halftime? You guys in this tournament have been like a second half team almost. Going into second half down 3, what was the vibes like? The conversation.
Same old right there.
Literally.
There's no panic. We know there's 20 minutes left. 3-point game. We need to tighten some things up defensively, talk through that, tweaked a few things, try to offensively to get Darius more touches, and that worked out well. So that it's just little things. I don't think you're not going to reinvent the wheel at halftime, but you can tweak some things to try to get better scoring opportunities, better matchups, and then defensively we just had to, like I said, play smarter. And going back to Kwani here, and if you would. His high school coach texts me all the time. He goes, "I can't believe how hard you have him playing defense right now." I mean, at a high level, because this man could score he can score the ball too. I mean, he's a big time offensive player, but to see how he's developed and grown defensively from senior year of high school to now, That's honestly, that's what I'm most proud of is seeing his effort defensively and what he can do for us on that end. But like you hit on, so halftime was good. We got great leadership with these guys. Everyone's just talking X and Owen and just tweaking a few things to try to tighten it up and be better in the second half.
Duke didn't have it going tonight. Why do you think that was, and what are you expecting for him in the championship game?
Hope a big one tomorrow. Yeah. We ran a lot of sets for him, tried to free him up. They did a good job. They just run and jumped him a lot. They tried to take the ball out of his hands, so that was smart. But hopefully we can find ways to free him up and really get him going tomorrow because we're going to need him big tomorrow.
Harry again, and we'll go back to Dave.
Hey, Darius, I wanted to ask you about that senior group that's here and that final kick at the can tomorrow. What's that going to be like for you guys, and how impressed were you by Christian's effort today playing on a bum ankle?
The emotions are high, with the seniors. Just remembering the past and what we all came back for, and knowing we got to this last game. And I'm proud of CD, man. He got hurt yesterday, but he knew he was playing. Once he went down, he said, "I'm gonna keep playing," and that's all the work he put in, and he won't give it up right there. Like that's his heart and that's his character.
Gentlemen, thank you very much for your time. Best of luck tomorrow. It'll be Braves and Bulldogs, 1 o'clock Central Time on CBS.
Perfect. Thank you.
Thank you, guys.